Good morning. My name is Badri. I'm the product manager of Alpha Data. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for your patience, waiting for a few minutes for other participants to join. Alpha Data is the gold partner for Adobe for more than 2 decades. Today's webinar will be on e-signature from Adobe Sign and how it integrates with Microsoft Office and other tools you have in the office. So we can hear the buzzword every year here saying that, digital business transformation. This is what we have today. Everyone want to move to the paperless office, use all the tools effectively. Now the remote work from home and others, demand all these solutions. Today here, we are here to present this and make your time worthwhile. I would like to introduce the panel. So we have Mr. Shadi and Nicholas, who will be taking us through the presentations. I would like to also inform that we would be having a question and answer session at the end of the session. You are also welcome to put your questions in the chat box. So it will be addressed by our experts. Then and there, the topic is over. So hope you will all enjoy the session. Also give us our feedback today at the end of the session, how it was useful to you. Without wasting much of the time, I would like to hand over the session to Shadi. Shadi, can you please take over?
Thank you, Badri, for the introduction, and good morning, everyone. Thank you also for joining the webinar for today and giving us the opportunity to introduce Adobe Sign and the useful integration with Office 365 and other tools as well. I'm going to share my screen, and for the sake of bandwidth, I will disable the camera, just only used to enable my camera for the introduction. A couple of slides that I'm going to take you through. And before starting the slides, as mentioned by Badri, me and my colleague Nicholas are on the call. I will lead the demonstration for the product. Nicholas will help me to answer the questions from on the chat, and also will open a room for some questions at the end of the session. Nicholas also will reach out to you with the Alpha Data team to follow up and arrange for a one-to-one session after we finish the webinar. My presentation is mainly around the products coming from Adobe and its focus on Adobe Sign. So we are talking about the digital experience and the digital transformation. So Adobe, in the world of customer experience, they are encouraging the dynamic workforce and innovation approach, and within that, or combining those together, we are pushing the digital business agility, which will encourage the digital transformation in your organization. Within Adobe, we have 3 different clouds. Our focus today will be on the document cloud, which includes the Adobe Sign. So within document cloud, we have 2 products. We have Adobe Acrobat and Adobe Sign. So looking into Adobe Sign and the return of investment and how it will enhance your business processes, you can reduce the signing time into 1.5 hours. So it will give you a seamless experience for signing documents. And also it will be more than 28 times faster to your business. So instead of waiting days and weeks to collect signatures and get documents signed, you can get it signed in hours. Okay. Also, it will you will start seeing the return of investment immediately with confidence and maintain the continuity of your business. So in such case, like what we have in the COVID-19 implementing the electronic signature in place will not affect, or your business will not be affected with such case. Adobe Sign built on a secure, scalable, and compliant platform to deliver end-to-end digital experience. It has enterprise adaptability, and it brings superior values for you. And also it has a trusted enterprise partners like Microsoft and many other technologies vendors around the world. If we are looking into the features that you can do with Adobe Sign, it varies. It can work from any device. You can capture documents and scan it on the go. We have document intelligence, which is based on Adobe Sensei, the artificial intelligence platform from Adobe, where we can detect the documents and suggest the fields on the document on the fly. Also, we have integration with some other products within Adobe and within the leading industry technologies. When it comes to the trusting the electronic signature, Adobe Sign meets and exceeds the requirements for authentication and compliance. Within Adobe Sign, we use the email as a way for communication, which is our first factor authentication. And then we offer different second factor authentication, like password, SMS tokens. We integrate with knowledge-based authentication platforms, government ID verification, advanced and qualified electronic signature, and so on and so forth. So we have different ways to verify the identity of the signers to maintain the security and compliance of the platform. Not even that, Adobe Sign is approved by the TDRA, and we have the cross certification compliance. In addition to that, Adobe Sign meets the standards for the different compliance certificates like ISO 27000. We have the FDA, we have the GDPR, and many others as a compliance certificate. When it comes for the use cases, Adobe Sign fits with almost all the use cases inside the organization. It starts from sales, HR, finance, remote works, product management, legal, and so on and so forth. So you cannot think about any use case within your organization where Adobe Sign cannot fit. Adobe Sign will fit with all those use cases. So we are happy to discuss your specific use case and show you how Adobe Sign fits in that area. When it comes to the integration with Microsoft, we are almost integrating with all the Microsoft technologies. That includes the productivity applications like Word, PowerPoint, and Outlook. It includes the automated workflows like Power Automate and the Power Apps. And also it will bring a low-code connected experience when it comes for the integration with the entire portfolio through the Power Automate or Power Platform. Okay, and also we offer the integration with the Azure AD for seamless and single sign-on. Not only Microsoft, we also integrate with other technologies. That includes Oracle, Salesforce, Workday, Google, iCert, and many others. So Adobe Sign is an enterprise level application which offer integration capabilities with most of the technologies as out-of-the-box integrations, and also we have APIs to build the custom integrations. Seeing or looking into some success stories around the world, we have Sony Bank. they noticed 10% reduction in their operation cost when it comes for collecting signatures by implementing Adobe Sign. We have another use case, which is Equifax. They reduce the number of days for collecting signatures by 88 days compared to our competitor. So they used one of our competitors, and once they implement Adobe Sign, they reduce the collecting signature by 88 days. We notice also 99% faster contract turnaround for PT, and we have also some customers who saved more than $5 million, okay, for saving and managing the physical contracts in their place. So we reduced the number of documents that need to be signed, and also the physical spaces and the management for maintaining those physical documents in their space. So as a result, we notice based on Forrester report more than 420% return of investment for our customers when it comes for implementing the electronic signature and using Adobe Sign. So this is an example for some of our global customers. For the privacy and because we didn't get the permission from our local customers, we were not able to include any of them in this slide. But we are happy to discuss this in one-to-one meeting and give you some references. And if our customers agree, we can also arrange a direct contact with them. So that's my presentation. I will jump into the demo. And here I'm logged into my Adobe Sign. Adobe Sign is a secure SaaS service, so you don't need to install anything on your machine or your infrastructure. So from end user perspective, you just need to log into your account using your credentials of Adobe Sign. And from the IT perspective, there is nothing to invest in your infrastructure. It's all managed and hosted by Adobe. Adobe Sign is web-based, and I have my access to my account, which give me access to different functionalities of the Adobe Sign. Okay, that's available through the tabs and through the icon at the bottom here. We have different ways to send electronic signature or signature request. We have the ad hoc workflow, which is available through the request signature, and we have also fixed customized workflows, which is mainly for a fixed process. So if we have a certain process which follows the same steps every time, we can use the workflows. Today, I will demonstrate the ad hoc workflow, and that will take me to the send experience of Adobe Sign. And I'm going to invite my colleague, Nicholas, who's attending this call, to help me in signing this document. And by typing his email, another email box is open for me to add myself, for example, as a counterpart. As you notice here, I have multiple, I can add multiple signers in one single signature request. For example, if I add another fake email, this will open another box for me, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to add some emails for the sake of demonstration. Here, as you can see, I have 5 signers. Those signers sit in sequence. So I have the first signer, which is Nicholas. Myself is the second. So Nicholas needs to sign, then I will receive that request, and so on and so forth. We can send this in parallel. So all signers, they will receive the request at the same time. We have an option also to have the mix between both. So I can, for example, merge A with myself. So we'll be both signing at the same level. So after Nicholas sign, I will receive me and A, the request. If we both sign, then it will go to C. So in short, you have different ways to manage the workflow, okay? And make sure that everyone is receiving the requests in the required order. Let me just clean up, okay? I will stick with me and Nicholas for this exercise. On the left-hand side here, I have options to protect the document with a password. I can set a deadline for the signature request. I can also set a reminder to be sent on any of the frequencies available in the list. So that will help us to make sure the request will be signed on time. So no one will ignore the request in his mailbox or forget to sign the document. Another area available for communicating some details about the signature request. So I can type a message to all signers. If there is any private message that need to be communicated with any of the signers, there is a private message box here where that message can be communicated to that one only. The last area on the screen is where we can upload the files. So files can be easily dragged and dropped into this box, or we can browse from the browse window. And within the browse window, we have also different options. We have integrations with OneDrive, Google Drive, Dropbox, Box, and Document Cloud. So if your document exists in any of those cloud storages, you can browse the document right away from there. There is also another module within Adobe Sign, which allows integrating or saving forms and templates. This will save time for the preparation and also reduce the errors. So I guarantee that users, they will use the latest edition of my forms or my templates. They are not wasting their time preparing the documents, and also the templates are tested. So no one is doing things in the wrong way. All documents or all templates will be tested. So this is another advantage when it comes for template management and form management from Adobe Sign. We also support uploading files from computer, and this is what I'm going to do for my exercise. And I have here some files which is prepared for this exercise. I can attach a batch of files, and this is useful when we have agreements with multiple appendices, or when we have, for example, requests with supporting document. No need to combine them all in one file. Adobe Sign will take care about that. Also, Adobe Sign supports different file formats. So we can start from Word file, PowerPoint, Excel, some graphic formats like TIFF, JPEG, PNG. No need to convert them into PDF again. So Adobe Sign will take care about that. So if I'm uploading the batch of files, there is an option also to rearrange or to manage the order of the files to match my needs. Okay, so this is another feature available here. Let me clean up again and we'll stick with one document. Now I will move to the next step where I have the authoring environments, which allow me to view the document and then add the signature box and the fields if it's required. Click on next. This will take me to the next page. Okay, it will render the document and will generate a preview for that document with all fields if it's automatically created. And as you can see here, I have some fields which is created automatically. Let's not discuss how it's created automatically. What's important here that you can create your own fields from the list on the right. So you can add signature fields. Okay, those signature fields can be assigned to a specific signer. So for example, I want this to be assigned to Nicholas. So I will keep it for Nicholas. If I want to switch it to myself, I can just switch it to myself. There are other options like initials. We can add signature block, which is a combination between signature field and email. There is an option to add stamp, options to add details about the signer himself. So we have the title, company, name, email, date. We have also some fields to collect information during the sign process. So if you notice here, this is a contract where I need to sign this between General Trading LLC and another party. I don't know who's the party who's going to sign this contract. I kept or I created some fields. So the counterpart will fill in the name of the company, the address, and the details related to his company. Okay, so in that case, those fields will be assigned to the counterpart. He will be responsible to fill on all those information. Also with the fields, we have some options to manage the fields. We can set this as mandatory. We can apply some validation. For example, I want to collect date here and I need the date to be in this format. So although those things will be managed automatically from the platform, no need to write a single line of code. Okay, everything is managed by the interface. Anyway, let me just clean up the extra fields that I added here. I will stick with the fields created in my document, and I'm ready to send this for signature. At the moment that I send this one, it will redirect me to another page, which indicate this document is successfully sent. And at the moment that it's successfully sent, I can go to the manage. I'm not sure what is happening in my account. There is an option to check the manage. I will hand it over to Nicholas, who will show us how he received the email, and he will sign the document. Nicholas?
Thank you, Shadi. Good morning, all. So I received the email from Shadi, and as you can see, there is a placeholder here for your company logo for marketing purposes. And all I need to do now is review and sign the received documents. As you can see, it's a web-based format that I received. And since I signed similar documents, my title is already preloaded, so I can write my name over here just by typing my name, or I can draw my signature. I can have an image where it's already saved on my desktop. Also, I can just add my UAE mobile number, and then I'm gonna receive a message on my mobile where my mobile is gonna become like a pad where I can also scribble my signature as well. So for this webinar, I'm just gonna sign with my name. And now there is nothing happened basically. And I wanted also to highlight that whatever the shape of the signature on this document, this is not the real signature that is happening. So once clicking on here, I'm all set. And this is where the magic happens, where the authentication of my signature will show. And this is where Shadi now is going to explain once he signed the document himself. Shadi, I will
thank you, Nicholas.
Give the screen to
I
you.
will share my screen again. Okay. Now, as you can see, I'm still logged into my account within Adobe Sign. I have a tab called Manage, and the Manage area, it's similar to your mailbox. So you have the inbox for all requests coming into your, outbox for all signatures sent out for other signers. The waiting for you, which is the inbox for all your requests came in, completed, canceled, expired, and so on and so forth. So we have different options here. The request just sent now, it's for Nicholas. At the moment that I click on that request, it will show me different control options on the right. So I can view what is the status of my request from the activity. This is a kind of timeline which will show all actions done on the signature request from the moment that we create the request till now. So it will show it's sent to Nicholas, when Nicholas viewed the document, when Nicholas signed the document, and what happened next. Also, we can, for example, replace the signer with someone else, or we can add another one to sign on behalf of the signer. Because I'm an Adobe Sign user, I have the option to view and sign the document right away from my platform. Or also I can check my email and click on the link on my email exactly the same way that Nicholas did. So I'll click on view and sign. This will take me to the sign experience. And within the sign experience, we have an option to view the message communicated by the sender. Okay, we have our options list to delegate the signature to someone else. So let's assume that I'm not the authorized person to sign this document. I can delegate to my manager or to anyone within my organization. There is an option also to decline. Okay, I don't want to sign this. I need to provide the reason and then decline signing. If I'm fine to sign the document, there is a yellow arrow which will guide me for the fields requires to be filled. So if I click on the yellow arrow, it will take me to the fields one after the other. Fortunately, the fields not set as mandatory, so I can skip those fields and proceed to the last page and apply my signature. Again, because I'm an Adobe Sign user, at the moment that I click on the signature field, it will detect my saved signature in my account. And also, as you can see here, my title is auto-populated, okay, again, from my profile in my account. If I'm not an Adobe Sign user, okay, in that case, if I click on the field, it will open the options for me, which is exactly what demonstrated by Nicholas. Anyway, I will choose to type my name, okay. And again, as highlighted by Nicholas, the look and feel of your signature doesn't matter. So if you are typing your name as a text or applying the look and feel of your signature or adding a smile face or whatever is the look and feel that you apply here, it will not affect the legality of the document. What affects the legality of the document is the click to this button. So at the moment that you click on this button, it means that you sign the document electronically. And here, once we click on this button, the hash code will be calculated, a digital certificate will be generated, and then it will be used to sign the document and seal it. So let's see what will happen after we click on this button. Okay, I will go back to my manage environment, and my document now should be under completed. Okay, and this is the document. I'm going to download the document, and also there is another document generated during the process. It's called Audit Report. I'm going also to download that report as well, and we'll open both in my Acrobat. So within Acrobat, at the moment that I open the document, you can notice that there is a blue ribbon on top. Blue ribbon indicates that there is a digital certificate used to seal and certify the document. So if I click on the edits, okay, it will not allow me to do any editing on the document. This document has been signed and cannot be edited. Okay, so Adobe Acrobat can detect that this is electronically signed and it will not allow any editing. But if for any reason, using any kind of tool, you were able to edit the document, what will happen? That the blue ribbon will either be revoked, okay, or you will get a red dot on the top left corner here, indicating that some changes happen on the document. To see more details about the digital certificate used to seal the document, you can click on signature panel and see the timestamp when it starts checked, and also some details about the certificate authority issued that certificate, and so on and so forth. So you have different mechanisms to check the digital certificate. Moving to the next document, which is the audit report. And by the way, this is where we can track the details of the document and the history of the document. Okay, so we have the actions done on the document during the sign process, who did that action, the email address, the timestamp, and so on and so forth. So we have all the details from the moment that we create the document till the agreement is completed, with all timestamps, with all the details. Sorry for jumping to this. We launched the poll, and we have some questions during the webinar. So we appreciate your feedback, which will help us to understand your needs and then arrange for the follow-up session. So there is a question where we need to understand your interests for electronic signature, and if this is part of your digital transformation strategy within your organization. So we appreciate your response. Sure, I'm interested in that. So I submit my answer. So if you let's go back to the audit report, okay? And within the audit report, we have a transaction ID, which is a unique identification number issued by Adobe for every single transaction. That identification number is used to verify the document itself as well. So let's show you how this would work. If I proceed to any of the signature fields on my document, if I click in there, it will take me into a verification page within Adobe, and it will show the transaction number, and it will tell if this is valid or not. Comparing the transaction number that we have on the verification page online can be matched with the transaction ID with the audit report. So this is one way to verify the document. The second way is to start with a fresh page of the verification. So, and this is what I'm going to do now, okay? At the moment that I start with the fresh page of the verification page, I can paste the transaction ID there, and it will show if this is a valid transaction or not. And also, if I allow this option, external users, they will be able to view the audit report online, which is another way to compare or to cross-reference check both audit reports, the one offline and the one online. So this is how you can verify the document after it's signed. You have the blue ribbon to recap. You can check the audit report with all history. You can click on any of the signature fields to take you to the verification page, and then check the transaction ID, which is matching the transaction ID within the audit report. And also, if you allow, you can enable the audit report to be available for public, so you can cross match both the offline and the online audit reports. So that's how you can use Adobe Sign as a standalone. As part of our integrations, we offer integration with the productivity tools, okay? And we have integration with Office 365. That includes Word, PowerPoint, and Outlook. Also, we have integrations with Teams, SharePoint, Dynamics, and so on and so forth. So I will demonstrate how we can use Adobe Sign within Word. If you notice here, this is the same contract that I uploaded in my exercise. And the use case here that we have a legal team who want to edit the contract at their convenience. They need to add details. They need to remove clauses from the contract, and then send it for signature. For this, we created some kind of text tags, which will help them to create this as a template. So they need to worry only about the terms and conditions of the contract and to not touch this part. By the way, this part is, we are responsible for this. We can help you to do that. Don't worry about this. It's not complicated, and you don't need to do it. We can do it for you. Okay, so what will happen that those tags will be converted into fields. So this will give a convenient process for the legal team. They just need to focus on their business terms, okay? And the technical terms, it will be handed over by the platform itself. So then they don't need to add any fields. They don't need to drag anything. They just need to use the template we prepared for them. That template includes also the signature fields and the information about the signer. So once they are ready to send this for signature, they don't need also to leave their application. They can click on the add-in within Word, okay? That add-in will open the Adobe Sign minimized experience in here. So what will happen? That the document will be automatically attached. I can start typing the email address of the recipient. I'm using my alternate email address in this case, okay? And then I have a room to add a message. If I want to preview the document before sending for signature, that option is there, which gives me the option to add the fields into the document manually. But since I'm using a template and those fields will be created automatically, no need for that step. So it will save my time. If I want to see the exact send experience, which we demonstrated earlier, okay, you can click on more options. Okay, otherwise you can click send. I'm happy with the settings available for me here. So I click send from Word, and this automatically will send the agreement for signature. and then also give me the option to check the status of the agreement. So if I click on agreement status, either from here or from the add-in on the top, it will show me the list of agreements sent out from Word. If I click on any of those agreements, there is an option to view the agreement itself and check the history of the agreements and what happened so far. So this is, a convenient tool when it comes for the work from your preferred tools. No need to jump from your tools into Adobe Sign to send signature requests. You can do it right away from there. Moving to the next option for integrations, we have an integration with Teams. And by the way, there are different ways to use Adobe Sign with Teams. The first option is to have the Adobe Sign app pinned in the tool bar here. Okay, so at the moment that I click on Adobe Sign, it will open the different tabs for me for Adobe Sign. So if I click in there, again, it will ask for my authentication, and thanks for the single sign-on. At the moment that I click on authorize, it will log in into my account, authenticate myself automatically using my Microsoft Azure credentials. Okay, so now I have the access to the full experience of Adobe Sign from within Teams. Okay, so I can start sending the signature request right away. It's exactly the same experience available on Adobe Sign Web. Also, you have access to the manage agreements from within Teams. No need to leave Teams for any reason. Okay, I have access to all the documents within my account. The other option also is to have the Adobe Sign added into the Teams. Okay, so for example, I have this team which is created mainly for demonstrating Adobe Sign integrations, and within here I have the Adobe Sign tab on top. Okay, which will give me the same experience like the standalone application of Teams on the left-hand side here. So you have the full experience for sending and the full experience for managing the documents. The latest release of the Approvals app includes also another feature, which is sending approval requests using electronic signature platforms. So at the moment that I create new approval requests, there is an option to use e-sign process. Okay, in that case, you need also to authenticate yourself. We take this security as a matter, so you need to be authenticated. Okay, and now I'm authenticating myself again using my single sign-on credentials. It's seamless login. Okay, at the moment that I logged in into my account, it will give me the options to create a signature request. Okay, and that signature request will be sent to the counterpart, regardless if it's part of my team or outside of my organization. To demonstrate this very well, I will do it from my team. Okay, so within the team, I will come to start a new conversation here. And there is an approval option at the bottom. So I will start approval option from here, okay, or approval request. We'll select e-sign, and then we'll give a name for the request. So this is for signature. Please review and sign. And then I'm adding Nicholas again for this exercise. So Nicholas, part of my organization. At the moment that I start searching for signature, for Nicholas, he will be picked up or pop up to me to add him in the request. I can add multiple recipients. Okay, if the complete in order matters, so I can just select this option or disable it. It's up to you. Now I have only one signer. I will send it only to Nicholas. I will attach the document, and there is an option to attach from the templates within Adobe Sign or to upload from my computer. And again, I'm attaching the same document, okay, and sending this for signature to Nicholas. Now, Nicholas will receive this within the same chat area. Now, if you notice here, it's preparing my signature request. My signature request already prepared, okay? Now, let's wait for a second. You can view the details and who are the parties involved in here. There is also an option to view the approvals sent out from the approval app. So I can see the request sent out to Nicholas now. I can also see who are involved in this approval request. And if I click on that approval request, I can track the request and check what is the details related to that request as well. So we'll hand it over back to Nicholas so he can show you how he will approve this from within Teams from his side. Back to you, Nicholas.
Thanks, Shadi. The aim actually of this exercise is to show you that we can do all of this within minutes through Teams. So via like once we're doing a call like now with your internal stakeholder or external stakeholder, you can send an agreement and basically get the signature on the spot. So I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so I went to the same channel as well on the same Teams. And once I'm on the general, you can see here, I received so many documents so far. And recently, this is the last read. This is the document that Shadi just shared. And again, sorry, I have to sign in. We were talking about this, Shadi.
Yes. Anyway, they are taking the security seriously. So you need to log in to verify your identity. No one can sit behind your computer and just sign the document.
You have the privilege of single sign-on.
We'll set it up for you.
But actually, this is great. It shows the security that Adobe is taking it and the measures. Great. So as you can see, the file is here. I just have to review it. And again, it will direct me to the document and same thing. I'll apply and I'll sign it. As you can see, everything happened through Teams. We didn't go to anywhere. And this happened within a few minutes. Shadi?
Thank you, Nicholas.
So
we'll take the screen share over again, and then we'll take you to another integration available within Office 365. Okay, so the other integration is an add-on for SharePoint. So you can start any signature request right away from SharePoint. So I can select the documents from here. Then I can send this for signature while working on SharePoint. So exactly the same like what we did in Teams, but within SharePoint. So you have the add-in. I'm still within SharePoint. I'm sending the signature request using the same experience of Adobe Sign. I'm waiting the page to load. So you can see the same look and feel and the same options available on Adobe Sign Web. So this is exactly the same look and feel and the same experience. You have the documents attached here, so you can start the process right away from SharePoint. No need to leave your preferred application. Going back to SharePoint, I prepared also another use case using the Power Automate. So I have two workflows to demonstrate today. The first workflow is linked with a SharePoint list. Okay, this is created in my account here. The idea that there is a request for multiple documents with some details that you need to fill in and provide. So what I will do here to create a new request, we'll name this as signature request. Okay, and then I can define the signers as part of my list. or I can add those manually in my workflow. Anyway, I prepared that from the connector itself to send the email, but you can trigger that from the list, okay, itself. You can also, for example, add value to check the value, and then based on the value, you can route the document to the right team or to the right workflow. So you have many options that you can fill in within the list itself. Now I'm attaching the documents. I'm going to attach multiple files in that case, okay? So those files will be sent for signature. At the moment that I save this list, it will trigger the Power Automate workflow here, which will monitor this list. And then once we create it, it will do some actions to collect the documents from there, initiate the signature request, and then waiting till the document is signed, and then collecting the signed agreement into my preferred folder, which is, I can have it here, signed requisitions. This is the folder where I do the agreements. At the moment that I click, I will go back to the list. I'll click save. Again, Nicholas will receive the requests, okay, and he will sign the agreement from his end. Okay, yes, Nicholas, you can sign without sharing the screen. So to save time, okay, I click save. Now the Power Automate workflow will start working, okay, and then Nicholas will receive the requests so he can sign the agreement. So here where I will have the my documents landed after it's signed, I will just remove the other documents available here. Did you receive the request, Nicholas?
Sorry, Shadi, I didn't hear you. Actually, my internet connection was cutting.
Okay.
Please, can you repeat?
Now you should receive another request. Just need to sign it from your end. That's it.
On the Teams, you mean, right?
Not on the Teams, on the email.
Ah, okay.
Supposed to be. Let me just go back to my. It's run all.
Okay, would you like me to sign it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm not gonna actually share my screen because it's the same concept.
Yes.
I didn't receive it, Shadi, so far.
Okay, let me just try it again. It seems that there is. Okay, no worries. It seems that there is an issue with the workflow. I tested yesterday, but anyway, we'll jump into the. I think now it should be received. I see here the email. Can you check, Nicholas?
Sure, I am.
You received it?
Not yet.
Okay. Anyway, if it's not working, let's skip this and move to the next one. I don't want to waste time to figure out what's happened there.
Okay.
Okay. So the other option or the other use case we prepared for today is a contract manager who's attaching a document and send it for his manager for approval. Again, he's uploading this into a pre-approved folder within Sharepoint. If the manager rejects the document, then we are moving the document from pre-approved folder into approved folder, and then sending a notification to the initiator on Teams that his request is rejected or approved. If it's if it's rejected, and if it's approved, then we are moving the document from its location into approved folder, and then initiating a signature request. And then once the document signed, we can get that document into signed agreement folder. To show you how this would work between Teams and Sharepoint, if you notice that any team you create on Teams, it will has its own site on Sharepoint. So I have the same team here, which is Teams integration to test Adobe Sign integrations. Okay, this theme is reflected as a SharePoint site. Okay, so within my document library, any channel within the theme will be reflected as a folder here. So I have the approved, pre-approved, reject, and signed agreements. So what will happen, that will upload the document in a pre-approved folder. The Power Automate workflow will be triggered. Okay. At the moment that the Power Automate workflow will be triggered, we will receive, or the signer will receive the request for approving the document. If it's approved, then we are moving the document from pre-approved into approved, and then waiting till the document is signed. Then after that, we'll get the signed agreement into signed agreements folder. So this is how the structure look like. So what I will do now, I will hand it over to Nicholas to show you how he's going to upload the file, and I'm going to trigger my workflow to be tested manually. Okay. So now back to you, Nicholas. You can upload the document through Teams. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Shadi. So all I need to do right now is go to my Teams and go to my pre-approved file and upload the document.
Okay. Now I will take over the screen share, okay, to show what happened from my end. Okay. So the workflow now is running, okay, because the document already uploaded into the folder. I'm waiting the approval request to come in. Okay, the approval request can come as an email message, or also it can come as a notification on Teams. So I'm waiting that approval request to come. Yes, I hear the email already received. And within the Teams, if you click on the activity, you will see the request on in here. Okay, just waiting that request to come. Otherwise, I can check my email. Okay, and this is the Microsoft Flow. Okay, I can approve it either from here. I can view the document and then approve it. The same way can be done within Teams itself. So you will receive the notification within Teams, okay, that there is approval request waiting for you. Anyway, I will choose to approve it from my email. Okay, this will take me to the Power Automate platform. I can select if this is approved or reject or reassign to someone else. I can add my comments. Otherwise, I can approve. At the moment that I approve, if I go back to my workflow, it should move forward now. Okay, as you can see here, it's approved. Now we move forward to the approved scenario. Again, this is sent to my other email. Okay, so I will jump into my other email, which is available here. So I can log into my account and then sign the agreement from there. So I'm logging in now. Okay, so I will sign the agreement. The request is under manage. Okay, and waiting for me. This is the request just sent now. We'll view the request, and then we'll proceed to sign the document. Click to sign. It's finished. Okay, we'll go back to our workflow. Okay, and as you can see here, the workflow is continued because the document already signed, and now waiting the document to be fetched and moved into the specific folder. So now I have the signed agreement, a copy of the signed agreement saved into my SharePoint folder. So to show you how this would work, I'm going to this folder, and here is the document we just signed. It's bring back brought back into the SharePoint. I think it's uploading the file. Okay. Now the document is there. Yes, this is the document we just signed, as you can see here. And also the audit report was already attached in that agreement. And within the structure, we uploaded the document into a pre-approved folder. The document is no longer in the pre-approved folder. It's moved into the approved folder. As you can see here, it's moved 4 minutes ago. Okay, so this is a kind of integration with Microsoft Power Automate. So when it comes for Microsoft Power Automate, the sky is the limit. You can think of any use case, okay, within your organization, and can use the Power Automate to do that. I finished my session for today. I think there is another question in the pool that need to be released. So I hope if Naveen can do that. Okay. And we are open for the questions. So if there is any questions from any of the attendees, I would be happy to answer.
Thank you, Shadi. That was an amazing session, actually. And please feel free to challenge us with your questions, and we are more than happy to answer. Okay. Meanwhile, Shadi, please, how to use UAE Pass integration with Adobe Sign? We got that from Mr. Rahim. Okay.
First of all, UAE Pass is a challenge for all electronic signature platform, not only Adobe Sign. UAE Pass built on an old technology where it supports document signing, not hash signing. And this is an obsolete technology when it comes for electronic signature and digital signature. And this is why we are not able to integrate with the platform, okay? And there is a communication between Adobe and UAE Pass bodies to upgrade their platform. And once it's upgraded, okay, in that case, we can build such integration. As I mentioned, the challenge with UAE Pass that it's built on an old technology. Okay, that old technology doesn't allow having multiple signers. It supports single signer on a document because document signing is support single signer. When it comes for workflows, you need another technology, which is the hash signing. Okay, the other challenge that also having the document signing, it can be altered or changed in a different way. So it's not secure. Considering that Adobe, they are working with the state-of-the-art technology, we cannot do such integration till the UAE Pass platform upgraded into the industry standards for electronic signature and digital signature.
I hope this is clear, Mr. Rahim. Now, I just wanted to add something, and also please, Shadi, I want you to interfere in that. I believe Mr. Rahim is asking this maybe because of the cloud challenges. So please, can you elaborate more about our retention policy, etc.?
Okay, great. So the cloud challenges, first of all, Adobe Sign offers unlimited storage for your documents within Adobe, okay? But you have the control also to limit the time of storing your documents with us. That can be reduced up to 1 millisecond after the document is signed, or it can be left forever. So what will happen that once you sign the agreement, the retention policy will be applied. So while the document on transit, it will be deleted from our data center. You receive a copy of the document on email. And also if you have the integration with SharePoint, with OneDrive, or through our APIs with your preferred DMS or preferred storage, okay, the document will be pushed there, and then immediately it will be deleted from our cloud. So that's, storing the documents with us is not a concern, because at the end of the day, we don't keep any copy of your documents if you apply the retention policy.
Any other questions, guys? Meanwhile, Shadi, please, can you explain the both modules of Adobe Sign if I would like to purchase it when it comes to named users and transactions, please?
Okay. Adobe Sign is mainly depends on the volume of documents or volume of signature requests that you need to send from the platform. We have two business models. The first one is named user. And within the named user, you can buy a license for the number of signature request senders within your organization. Just for clarity, the signers, they don't need to have a license, only the senders who need to have the license. So with every user or every user with a named user license is eligible for sending 150 transactions per year. What we mean by transaction, it's a complete signature workflow that includes multiple documents, includes multiple signers. So if you are sending one signature request, then will be considered as a transaction. So each signer will be eligible for 150 transactions. This means that if you have 10 users, as an organization will get an access to 1,500 transactions. This would be pooled together in one pool. So all users, they will share that pool. So one user might consume more than his 150, another one less than the 150. At the end of the day, it will be shared and you will be counted or you will be eligible for the 1,500 transaction as an organization. The disadvantages of this business model, if you need more users, you need to buy more users and you need to pay for the users. If you need to have more transactions, there is no option to top up your account with transactions. The only option for you is to add more users, even if you don't need additional users, because this is the only way to top up your account with more transactions. The second business model, it's called the transaction pack. So you can start with a transaction pack. For example, you can decide to start with 5,000 transactions, 10,000 transactions, or whatever is the amount of transaction that requires for your organization. With the pack, you will get unlimited number of users. So the advantages of this business model that if you need to add more users, you can add them free of charge, no additional cost for adding users. And also, if you need to top up your account, you can buy any number of transactions and add it to your account during the contract period. So those are the two business models for Adobe Sign that we offer and we work with. Coming into the editions of Adobe Sign, again, Adobe Sign available into two different editions. We have the business edition and also the enterprise edition. Enterprise comes with all features of Adobe Sign. Business comes with less features. The main or the major differences between both platforms are the integrations. So enterprise supports the integrations like SharePoint, Teams, Dynamics, and also the access to the APIs, while this is not available in the Adobe Sign business. And also we have the fixed workflow, which is only available in the enterprise, and some other minor features which is only available in the enterprise, not in business.
Okay, thank you, Shadi. So the business edition doesn't have the integration with Microsoft?
No, it includes only the integration with Word, Outlook, and PowerPoint. The rest of the integration is only available within enterprise.
Okay, thank you. Now I have Mr. Rahim is asking, is it necessary to use Azure Cloud for completing Adobe Sign workflow, or we can utilize our servers independently to completing all signing processes by using Adobe Sign?
Adobe Sign is only available as a cloud-based service. We don't have on-premise installation. So your tenant of Adobe Sign will be hosted, and we are using two different platforms. We are using the Amazon Web Services, and also we are using Microsoft Azure. And there is a strategic partnership between Microsoft and Adobe. Okay, so we are utilizing Azure data centers, and the service is available in selected data centers around the world. So you can choose in which data center you want your tenant to be hosted, and then we can carry on with that. I know that there is a question that will come now. Okay, Adobe Sign, it's not available in the local data center in UAE, but as I mentioned, we have the retention policy where you can move the documents to your preferred storage. So if you have your tenant of Microsoft hosted within the UAE data center, at the moment that the document is signed and completed, you can move it to your preferred storage automatically.
Thanks, Shadi. I hope this is clear, Mr. Rahim. If you have any other questions, please let us know. Shadi, I just wonder how a transaction is calculated. Is it applied on multiple documents if I uploaded it, or is it once I sign a document? So please, can you elaborate more on this point?
Okay, transaction is a complete signature request that might include multiple documents, and it can be signed by multiple signers. Just for clarity, if you remember, okay, when we finished our transaction, we ended up with one transaction ID, knowing that it's signed by both me and you, okay? So what counted as transaction is the resulted agreement with one single transaction ID.
Okay, so it doesn't matter the number of documents that I uploaded during that operation.
No, it doesn't matter, but there is a limit for the number of pages or the size of the document that can be extended through the support team. So within the enterprise edition, you can upload a document up to 500 pages. But if you want to extend that number, this is also available. Okay, and I think there is no limit for the number of pages. There is also an out-of-the-box limit for the size of the document, but also you can extend it if you are on the enterprise edition. You can extend it to the size of the document that you would to have. So I have customers who set the size of the document to 60 or 70 megabytes with without any issues.
Great, great, great. Everything sounds positive, Shadi. Thank you. That's a great solutions, actually. Please, guys, if you're really interested with the solution, we can always tailor-made demo one-to-one with your organization. You just have to call Alpha Data team, and we are more than happy to assist you. Okay, great. Thanks, Shadi. Thanks for all attendees. Thank you, Alpha team, for giving us the opportunity to present this amazing solution, which is Adobe Sign. For all your related needs and in terms of Adobe as well, when it comes to creative, when it comes to Acrobat, when it comes to Adobe Sign as well, please reach Alpha, and I'm sure they will be more than happy also to help you and assist you with all your needs. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.